Hello, everyone. My name is Manahil, and we're going to be waiting for 5 more minutes, and then we'll jump right into the webinar. So I'm just going to give it 5 more minutes, allow everyone to join, and then we'll get started. Thank you so much. I'm just going to give it 2 more minutes, then we'll start. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get started. Rahul, could we please move to the next slide? So my name is Manahil Khan. I'm a senior ServiceNow advisor here at Royal Cyber, and I have Rahul Singh with me. He's the director of Technical Solutions, and we will be your webinar speakers for today. The agenda for today is a brief overview on Royal Cyber, who we are, what we do, a brief overview on the ServiceNow platform itself, on CSM and FSO, and then we'll do a brief demo on CSM and a brief outro. So, what is Royal Cyber? Royal Cyber is an IT consulting and DT company specializing in services, solutions, and software with over 20 years of experience, over 2,000 employees globally, with over 500 certified consultants. We have over 10 offices operating globally in 5 different continents with more than 600 clients across the globe. Some technology partnerships that we have are we are premier ServiceNow partners. We are partners of Salesforce, and we are gold certified Microsoft partners, along with the rest that you can view at the bottom. So a brief overview on ServiceNow. We have been in the ServiceNow business for over 10 years with over 30 enterprise projects that have been delivered successfully. We have over 100 certified ServiceNow experts that are at your service. That covers everything like business consultation, implementation, any kind of upgrade or enhancement, business process designs, non-IT business process automation, system integration and support. Some of the modules that you might be familiar with and that we have dealt with are ITSM, CSM, ITOM, FSM, ITAM, HRSD, ITBM, and IRM. So the certifications that we possess are we have CIS certifications over 32, core certifications, micro certifications, pre-sale certifications, and more. So I'd like to pass this on to Rahul now and he'll be discussing the ServiceNow platform overview and the rest of the webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manahil. And thank you everyone for joining today's webinar. My name is Rahul Singh and I'm part of the technical solutions team. I work with the end customers and a lot of existing as well in finding their business requirements. So we at Royal Cyber don't look at a problem with a view that a technology or a tool would be implemented and can be solved. No, what we do is we first try to unearth the kind of vision that the customer has, the roadmap they have, what are the real life challenges they have, and in that sense, we try to fit in the right application, the right features, the right module of ServiceNow, and even any other technology for that matter, and try to position that in terms of how it can uh, give the maximum value to the customer. So that's our approach, very consultative approach we have, and about ServiceNow platform. So what is ServiceNow? So somebody who is coming across ServiceNow for the first time, or maybe have a limited information about ServiceNow. ServiceNow is one of the leader in technology space. When I say technology space, it mostly covers the enterprise digitization, digital transformation, and has been a leader at multiple areas. It can be IT, it can be customer support, it can be HR, it can be infrastructure management. So ServiceNow is a leader in different space, competing with different OEMs. Company is a large enterprise with over 10 billion in revenue. It has over 26,000, employees across the globe. More than, I would say, 8,400 is a bit kind of, old data, but I will tell you right now they are clocking even more, like close to 9,000 customers. And the renewal rate talks about this service now, the implication it has, the kind of satisfaction customer has with ServiceNow and the confidence they have, it shows the 98% renewal rate. So very high renewal rate compared to the peers. And in terms of the recognition, it is highly recognized by Gartner and other, IT, consulting companies or IT, rating companies, I would say rather. So, and this is what you see as the phenomenal growth over a period of time by ServiceNow platform and the company overall. With the growth of the platform, there is a high growth in every partner's potential and the outcomes it can kind of deliver for the customer. Now, if I talk about ServiceNow platform, you see ServiceNow, as I mentioned earlier, it is in digital transformation space and it covers the entire enterprise function. if you see in any organization, majorly you have these areas of function, and ServiceNow is bang on at every, I would say, function at every department. So ServiceNow has tools and modules for IT. It has applications like IT service management, IT operation management to manage the infrastructure, data centers. You have the SAM and HAM for your IT asset management. You have the OT management for the industrial setup, the devices, the I would say the sensors and all those industrial instruments you have there. It covers a lot of that component also with the Industry 4.0 solution. Then you have the CRM, customer relationship management, and within that you have the customer service management, you have the field service management, and you have the SOM, sales and order management. So mostly it covers the entire customer's life cycle with this CRM workflow. And then you have your others like human resource, security, some of the industry-based solutions also for supply chain, for pharmaceuticals, for manufacturing, and for telecom industry, TSOM, telecom service operation management, specifically for the telecom industry. It's more like an extension of the CSM, but it has the industry workflows and processes built in. ServiceNow is I would say highly enhanced with the AI capability. Now, AI is not new to ServiceNow. AI capability uh, is embedded within the platform for a long time. It's been almost 6 years, if I remember correctly. They started with their virtual agent, the AI capability, the machine learning, those kind of a component, but they're now going even bigger, investing a lot in the space of AI agents, agentic AI, of course, which helps any organization deflect the first level of ticket. In fact, support the end user with the right set of information, the right set of response, the right set of guided, I would say, guidance for performing any task or resolving any issue. At the top, if you see, it is mostly the engagement layer this the ServiceNow platform offers. It's an omni-channel platform. It can be accessed via a portal with any communication tool like Slack or Teams or anything. You can interact with the with the tool with the backend team, the fulfillers, the technicians. It also have a great analytics, and of course it has the capability to integrate with third-party application, which you see at the bottom. It has a great integration, I would say, capability. It has the integration hub, which comes with pre-built APIs to connect with the major OEMs or application available in the market. It's one architecture, one data model, and a single or a one pane of glass to look at everything in your organization. If you happen to adopt multiple application of ServiceNow, you get one portal, one dashboard, one report console to see everything that is happening, whether it is ITSM plus customer process or IT, human resource, any combination, or all the combination for that matter. A lot of matured customers are using, I would say, almost all the modules of ServiceNow, and that is the multiplier effect of ServiceNow platform. It gives you a great, I would say, capability to integrate multiple functions and bring the data, bring the process together at a single system. That's what it is. I can keep on saying a lot about the platform. It has a lot of capabilities, but let me move on. This is the AI agent, the agentic AI capability I was talking about earlier, and it is covering all the functions and the modules of ServiceNow. As you see at the top, it is the IT, security, human risk, and basically what it is doing is it has gone to the autonomous model of the agent, which is not scripted, which is not supervised, but it is mostly autonomous. It is kind of taking the I would say the intelligence from the machine learning capability, and it is capable of responding without any human intervention. It can help you in performing certain tasks. It can help you in retrieving certain information or a lot of information, not just from ServiceNow, but also from third-party application, maybe a core system, ERPs, and it can actually give you the right information which can help in deflection of ticket. Within the platform, Once you adopt the AI capability, you have a lot of flexibility in tweaking those responses. You have the AI agent in Studio from where you can design that. You have the agent control tower, which is more like the governance model of it. And then you have the analytics and automation component, which is embedded in the platform. Down below, you see the same thing, the integration piece, which I was talking about, which can integrate with a lot of applications and a lot of systems of record in the market. So agentic AI with the Xanadu release, ServiceNow has brought a lot of feature, and we are really hoping with the new release, Yokohama, it will be even better. So that's about the agentic AI. So that's more about the platform capability. Why it was important to explain the platform is that because ServiceNow is not a pointed application. You get the maximum benefit when you have a platform like potential multiplier effect with multiple applications and modules working together. You have a one employee central or a customer central portal from where you can drive multiple workflows. You'll get a sense of that in a bit. This is basically the customer life cycle or any customer support pain for any large organization which is into B2C business or in fact B2B as well. But if you have a complex process of resolving customers issue, this is what you see in most of the organization. You have the customer or client reaching out to the contact center. 70 to 80% of the cases or requests are actually managed by the contact center agents. They would take the request and then what they do, they would pass it along to the different departments in the organization, and within the organization, you have so much of data, so much of department that it becomes really more like a web. It looks so kind of complicated, and that's exactly what it is. You have the manual processes going on, you have the emails, you have the file transfer, you have something to do with other application. You have to keep on running after the team or department to get the update, and which results in really, really poor client experience. Client is not getting the first time resolution because the agent does not have the full view of everything that has happened in the past, the record that is being maintained at other systems. They can only raise internal requests and hope to get the response quickly. But a lot of time that doesn't happen. There are delays, there are lack of SLAs, those kind of a thing are there. So mostly the fragmented functions, siloed systems, legacy tools. That's how the problem arises, and you have a really bad experience for the customer. And eventually, they would run away from such situation and move to a company which has a better way of managing the customer support, managing the customer's grievances, managing customers' requests, and what it looks like. It looks like getting that replaced with a modern application like ServiceNow. Now, this looks pretty clean, but it is very powerful. Now, the process which flows is really, really powerful. You have the same layer of engagement, customer reaching out through mobile applications or maybe email or some sort of portal, customer portal, or maybe messages. It can be through chat. But then the magic happens. First layer is, of course, your branch and contact center, which has two capabilities at their disposal. One is the agentic AI, of course, and then you have the real agents as well. These agents, when they take any case, when they are interacting with the customer, they have a very powerful process backing up from the back office or middle office. Now you have the workflow driven processes built in, and the integrations actually happening or happened, which can give real view of the update which is available in any third party application. The agent in real time can look up maybe some sort of a financial application, maybe supply chain tool, maybe something to do with the I would say support engineers. They can actually get the view through their own agent workspace about that particular case about that customer contract number or customer ID, which is this one unique identifier. With that, the agent can look up and find all the associated information and give the information to the customer right there and then. There could be a delay, but the good part is that the agent is able to give them the right information at the right time without wasting the valuable time of the customer. Customer knows that yes, there is a delay and there is a reason behind that, and they are pretty much glad that they have that kind of visibility. So this integration plays out very well for the end customer. And then of course, when you have certain requests which needs to be fulfilled, you have the workflow based on the SLAs for different departments. It could be for any field support engineers. If they have to, you have, if the agent think that they have to delegate any work to the field service engineer, that can be driven through a work order. So now you don't have to play with emails and phone calls and raising requests for other application. No, you raise a request in ServiceNow, and through the workflow, it gets to the automatically based on the type of ticket, based on the type of request, to the right system and the right people to act upon based on very powerful SLA and TAT which is built in. That is the power of workflow digital process automation. Now, down below, there is an interesting story here as well along with the reactive approach. So what I mentioned is mostly a reactive approach where the customer is reaching out and you're giving the right information. However, ServiceNow also have a proactive approach of looking at the cases or the issues that can come in. So you see, if you are maybe a telecom operator, if you are a device or maybe electronic company with the IoT embedded with your devices, then you can always do the real-time monitoring of your device, and this proactive service can give alerts to the customer and also to the field service engineer if there is an upcoming outage, if there is a threshold which is getting breached or reached in that sense, and the customer support agent or even the customer would be informed about that upcoming issue. And something you can also create automated task for the engineer to go and look at or diagnose that particular issue and solve it. So you've got the proactive approach as well within the ServiceNow CSM module and the extension of it as well. So I hope it gives you a sense of how CSM plays out and results in a great experience for your customer. Real-time visibility, proactive resolution, and a very structured, very clean approach of solving the requests. That is CSM for you. Now, when I say customer workflows, it is not just confined with the CSM, which is basically integrating or consolidating your front office and middle office and back office together. So that is the beauty of CSM. But on top of that, you also have the field service management, which is another workflow, another process in itself, which may originate or may not as well from the CSM. So now you have a different set of activities and the whole process that can be covered in field service management, wherein the work order is kind of created and assigned to the right field engineer to solve the issue. Go prepared with the AI capability and the knowledge base that is available in ServiceNow. Go prepared with the right set of information, right set of tools to rectify it so that you get the resolution or the customer get the resolution at the first visit. That and so again, field service management, we have done a demo already in our previous sessions. Maybe you can if you would want to know more about it, we can send you the link, you can look into that. But field service management is a very comprehensive application in itself, and the same goes with the sales and order management. As the name suggests, it is mostly for the frontline people who interacts with the customer, who takes the order, who talks about the product and services. So it's more like your CRM, traditional CRM, which is integrated with your customer service management as well. So that's what it is. You have the opportunity code, order, install base, and then you have your price engines and things like that. So that's mostly about the CSM or customer workflow, I would say. And there are some industry based workflow and processes which are built for some of the solution which ServiceNow offers. There is a dedicated solution for public sector, for technology companies, for manufacturing, healthcare, telecom, and financial services, which we are going to cover a bit in couple of slides for the FSO, the fields, the financial services management. So, but yes, the point is CSM has an extension and it goes beyond the horizontal and it goes vertical in those areas of industrial or industry implications. So that's the CSM. Now, CSM module, what does it cover quickly? It mostly covers your customer cases. It covers the requests. It has engagement messenger. It also have the customer data model. It has the voice interaction, and also CSM does come up with the ITSM capability also. So you get the ITSM, the IT process management, IT ticketing, and problem management along with CSM if you opt for the professional version of it. In fact, the standard also comes with some of the feature. And then you have your intelligence layer, the task intelligence, proactive. So this is basically comes with the professional, and this is the intelligence layer available with ServiceNow. Then in the enterprise, you have the process mining, even going beyond when you're very matured, you're a very large organization with a lot of data, and you want to kind of make a sense of it in the real business objective. You can do that through a very powerful data analytics, process mining, workforce optimization, predictive intelligence, maintenance, and a Now Assist capability. So yes, Now Assist is embedded in across the platform, and it comes with CSM as well. Mostly it is the GenAI capability of ServiceNow, and it comes with the capabilities like case summarization, work note summarization for the agents. You have the chat reply recommendation based on the type of response. The AI can give you the right chat option, and you don't have to type everything. You can just kind of hit click, and then you are going to get the right response. And then you have the KB generation, knowledge base generation based on the Now Assist summarization quickly without any human effort typing a lot of word. You don't have to do that. System is intelligent enough to read and kind of take out the best information, the most relevant information, and create a knowledge base. So yes, Now Assist is fully covered in CSM. Down below, the same thing. You've got the platform capabilities like analytics, intelligence, admin and configuration, mostly on the governance side, integration and security and compliance with the platform. So this is CSM. Quick sneak peek into FSO, what I meant by the industry-based solution for financial services. So we've got banking and insurance solution within FSO. It's an extension of CSM built for the financial organization. And then you have for banking and insurance, you have set of processes very much relevant to the banking organization, such as card operations, payment operations. You have the loan operations. There are various steps and there are various I would say stages of onboarding a customer, doing the verifications, approvals of the loan or any credit card. So it goes with a very industry based processes, industry standard processes, and then gives you the capability to manage your banking operations very well. Now ServiceNow becomes the front layer, as I mentioned, and it can integrate with the core banking systems as well, through which data can be moved from ServiceNow to the core banking system. So mostly it is onboarding, servicing, and escalation matrix, which are there in built for the banking customers with the banking solution of FSO. And then similarly, we have the insurance processes built in. So you don't have to develop or customize the CSM to get the benefit of the industry processes. You get it already built in because ServiceNow has invested a lot of time and money and intelligence in getting those information from the existing financial organization and building the processes for the new customer to use readily. So that's what it is for any customer who comes from the financial background or financial domain. That's what you get out of box from ServiceNow. No need to invest a lot of money in building such kind of a capability. You get that readily available. Quick thing about the Now Assist, as I mentioned, I've already, these are some of the snapshot of the case summarization, chat summarization. Some I'll cover that in the demo as well. And let me quickly move on to the demo now. Okay. And thank you once again for listening to me very patiently. Really appreciate that. And if you have any question, please post your question in the Q&A, uh, the icon which is at the top. And if time permits, we would be happy to answer those questions. So let me quickly jump on to the, okay, so hang on for a moment. Let me log in here. Okay, so this is basically the customer portal built in out of box for ServiceNow CSM. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover three persona view, three most relevant people who would interact with the ServiceNow platform. One is, of course, the end customer. Second is your technician, your customer support agent, your fulfiller, whatever you want to call. That view, how does it look like for them when they get any case assigned? How do they work on it? What kind of feature available for them? And third is going to be the business stakeholders, the vertical managers, the business managers, or the business leaders who would want to look at the customer support process completely with a single pane of glass in terms of the performance, in terms of the cases, any SLA breach, any heat map, anything which is creating a concern for the organization on a leadership level. That is something I'm going to show in this demo. Very briefly, I'll take the time constraint also in consideration, but I'll try to cover as much as I can. So this is the CSM customer service portal. It is a very customizable platform or a tool which can help you in even configuring a lot of other aspects. Also, you can have first what you get out of box is the Google search like option, which is kind of connected with the knowledge base or even with your third party application. If you have a different repository of your knowledge base, maybe a SharePoint, maybe any other tool, you can get that integrated and the portal can actually pick and pull the information from that third party application also. So you can do the search, then you got the knowledge base, request management, case. You can create a case, support options which are available. These are some of that. And then you have the related articles. Now these are basically information which are getting published. It could be anything. If you want to keep your customer informed that there would be an outage maybe for a couple of hours on a specific date due to upgradation, you can do that. And that's a real time or more like a proactive approach you would have to inform your customers. You can also publish new updates or new release for your product. If you're coming with a new product, you can do that. So anything, any new update you want to flash here, you can do that. Now let's look at what are the features available. So when you're a customer, you want to get the support or you want to request something. Now there are two ways of doing that. One is of course through these options like get help, and it will take you to a support kind of a process, create a customer case, and you go ahead and as a customer you fill the information. Okay, so this is, it picks my name because I'm logged in as a customer. The account, who you are, you're a consumer, is that a business location or is it for myself, whatever, and which account, which company are you representing. So you could have multiple B2B customers as well, and you can list that down. So let's suppose I'm from Boxio. I will click on that, contact. You can have the contact person's name as well, who you want to contact. If you have somebody like a relationship manager or a dedicated kind of support person, you can have that as well. And if you want to keep it general, you can remove this field as well. Now the product, what is a product? You can have some drop down menu here. Again, it is customizable. You want to put some network monitoring issue. Install base related to, let's say, production, for example. Priority, low, high, I mean, depending on the criticality of that, you can put that. And then channel. Of course, this is going through web, so it will pick by default web. But yes, there are different options also, which can be phone, email. If you're doing that for somebody else, and original request came through, let's say, phone, you can still do that by choosing the phone as an option. But by default, it is web because this is web. And then subject, I'm facing problem with the device. You can put something, and essentially it is doing nothing. It is capturing the most relevant information, categorizing that based on the different field. Why is this important? Because based on the criterias, you can have a very intelligent case task assigned to the right skill set based, I would say, agent or technician. So that is really important. So that is the, I would say, case assignment property or capability of ServiceNow. Very intelligent. It can be done here. So this is, you hit submit and you are able to create one case here. Now this case, of course, naturally it will go in the queue of the agent, but we'll look at that later. Let me go back and show you some of the other features. Then you have to request something. You want to request an item. Let's go ahead and do that through the agent, the virtual agent basically. Now the virtual agent is your buddy for interacting with the system in a very, I would say, again, interactive manner. Now what you get here is some of the options. Okay, so what I want to do here is basically I want to try, maybe I want to order. Maybe I'm from Dell or maybe a laptop company, and my customer is requesting for a laptop. I want to request for a laptop, okay? Or maybe order for a laptop, whatever. The NLU is capable of identifying the right word and kind of give you the response. Okay, now it gives you some options. Now, again, customizable. You can have one option. You can have most relevant one that can be done through the implementation process. Now, I put new laptop request. It gives me the option of uh, what are the options available. New laptop request this item, and then it is just taking the confirmation that Rahul Singh as the user or the customer. Now it is employee ID, it can be customer ID as well, and you can put the customer ID and it will kind of um, relate or kind of it will refer to the contract you have with the company. So your customer ID is very important here. So you need to put that, of course, but I'm going to skip for now. And this is the Dell Latitude E7 as a standard. It has given the option. If I say no, I don't want this, then you get other options. Okay, then I want HP. Fine, let's go ahead. Yes. So very much interactive and taking you to the next step. Add attachment. For now, I'll say no. But if I want to, I can do that. All right, you're all set and submit. So what it does is mostly interacting, not looking at the option on the portal. If the customer doesn't want to search for it and then kind of look at where is it, no, you don't have to do that. Just simply go to virtual agent and type whatever you want. So that's one way of, requesting something. Now let's say I have an issue. I am a customer. I have issue with some of the system. Let's say I've got some issue with a device. So I say I want to report an outage. I have an issue with one of my maybe device, again, maybe a mobile that I have or something. So I'll say that again, report outage. Now it gives me the option of what device You want to, and these are basically for you as a company. You can put all your device models here. You can publish that for the customer to choose the option. Now I say I want to go with BlackBerry. So very, very important that the customer gets a view of all the applications or all the product that you have for the customer, and they can pick. Now what it is asking you is when the outage began. I said, okay, today at the same time. You can skip it as well, but of course it's important to know the time. And application will not launch, cannot start. If you say yes, okay. If you say no, then it will give you other options. So again, it is helping you to other, options. I'm getting an error. I don't have hardware issue. It is more like a software issue. I say skip for now, but of course you can describe it's much better for the technician to work upon. Highly recommended. All right, you're all set. And then you've got the issue logged, and then the incident is logged. So it's now showing as an incident, but it can be configured with customer service management, and it can have the case created. So that's one of the same thing. It could be incident or case. That is one of the same thing. So what I showed essentially is the the interactive capability of ServiceNow for any end user. So and with the search, you can search the article, help yourself. You can do those stuff as well. So it helps the customer in not reaching out and calling the customer support agent. The virtual agent or the machine is able to deflect the ticket, solve the ticket, I would say rather, at a lot of levels. So we have seen that almost 40 to 50% of the first level ticket gets solved through the virtual agent or through the knowledge article, and of course with the request management capability. So that's the customer support portal for you. Now let's go ahead and look at the cases for the agent. Now this is something when an agent logs in, this is what the person is kind of shown or welcomed with. You have all the important components listed. Now this is a demo instance. We don't have a lot of data here, but again, based on the criticality, based on the most important KPIs, you can have that showed up here. You have the high priority cases for the agent. You have the case not updated, which needs to be updated, of course. You have the unassigned cases. You have the SLA breach. Very important that you need to look at that because it can lead to penalty based on your contract. So these are some of the important information you see as an agent, and you start working on it. You also have the feature to accept the case or not accept the case. If you're offline, the cases will not be assigned to you. Some of the it can give you the prompt of any special handling notes as well, urgent issue reported, changes in entitlement, something like that. So whenever the person goes online or comes on the portal, some important update can come up as a pop-up. Very important thing. You can, as an agent, you can be available, away, offline. So let's choose available. Now you get the cases in your queue. So this is not live, but eventually when you are available, you have the cases coming in through the customer support channel. This can come in. Now you also have the option of looking at all the lists of cases assigned to you. You have the case task assigned to me, all. So you have the list view as well. Let me go back and let me look at some of the cases. So you see these are some of the sample cases. What you see here, you see the case number, of course, the channel, and the contact person. You have the asset number, the contract value, as I was mentioning, because the contract is very important to give the support to the customer. You can also have the you see the document attached with this one. You have the entitlement. Are you entitled for 24 into 7 support or not? Is it paid? It is free, whatever. I mean, you can have that, and the agent can look up and kind of respond to the customer that okay, this support is going to be paid or is going to be complimentary. I mean, depending on the entitlement, as I mentioned. You have the work note. So essentially, this is the workspace, and the agent can start working on the ticket based on the information received. You also have the activity stream here, the work order created, any comment that has come from the customer, anything, any historical information will be reflected here. Other information like customer information, where the customer is located, what kind of customer is that, a VIP customer, is that premium or like a standard customer, depending on the information, also the interaction that has happened for the customer. Everything can be compiled and shown in one single interface. That's the beauty of it. Then you have the work orders, which is mostly the field service work order that has been created. If there was, yes. If there is no, then you can also go ahead and you can also do something from here. Uh, Report. Okay, let me show you here. I think this is a close one. Okay, so this is one which is getting worked upon. You have, again, for this particular issue, you can again have something reflected, but if there's something is getting worked upon, it is still an open case. You have create work order option from where a field service work order can be created, and with the workflow, it can move on to the FSM workspace for the field engineer, and of course the team which is responsible for it. So that's the work order assigned to me. Save, discuss, very important. If you want to discuss this with one of your colleague about this kind of issue, and you want to take help, you can do that, and it is actually integrated with virtual agent. And also teams can also be integrated so that teams becomes the engagement or discussion tool. So that's basically for the discussion point of view. So mostly this is the agent workspace. This is the information right here. You have plenty of other information like agent assist through the knowledge articles. So informations can come up here. You have the templates, maybe some sort of sales template or maybe account template you can put in here. You have any emails that has come, or maybe the template you have, you can click the template and you can simply send from here as well, directly from this console. This can be done. You see two, you can put that subject and whatever, and then you can send it. So mostly what I'm showing here is for the agent, this is one interface from where they can do everything. As I said, look into different systems, get the update, drive the work for, processes and work order for that matter, and give the real-time resolution to the customer. This is about the workspace. Now, the third persona, the uh, business stakeholder, which we call in ServiceNow language, of course, but essentially it is the business head or the unit manager or somebody who is actually the head of contact center. Now, for you as a leader, you have one, again, interface, one dashboard to look at all the critical KPIs. Again, customizable, whatever you want to put here in terms of those components, you can reflect that. If you want to put that based on the location, you want to put that by SLA breaches, you want to look at by the class of device maybe which is getting affected very frequently. Anything you want to do, you want to play with the data, you want to slice and dice, you can do that from here. Of course, at the back end, we would have to do some sort of report creation as well. A lot of things you get out of box, but you get the flexibility of even creating more complex reports and dashboard and drive the analytics. So you see, this is just giving you a standard view of critical cases open. You can click on it, very much interactive. It will give you all the information. You can further go in based on the sensitivity, criticality, and of course type of the case which is there. And if you want to assign that to somebody, or you want to work as a manager, if you think something is really critical, you can do that. Open cases, unassigned cases, everything grouped by the criticality, as I mentioned, it is here, or priority, I would say. And then you have all this kind of tables which are there. So this is mostly standard format which is there. The spikes in the case opened per week, cases logged per week, how the spike is, that is something you can also analyze that during this period of time, or maybe this day of the month or week of the month, you are getting the maximum spike of the cases. You can go in and find out why. Is there something to do with your device? Is there something to do with the usability of your customer? Is there some sort of seasonal or periodic I would say relationship to that? and eventually you can build your support even stronger for that period of time. So a lot of things can be done to enhance the process. That's what you get as the end customer, business stakeholder, the reporting manager, or the vertical head, the view of the whole customer support process and associated, KPIs with that. So this is for the what do you say, the reports and dashboard. One thing I want to quickly highlight here is basically the AI feature available. So one moment. Now, when I say AI, it is, as I said, it is mostly generative AI capability, and it has two options of it. One is, of course, through the agent workspace you see here, and then you also have the chat embedded with the Now Assist. You have all the information. You can do the, interaction with the chat, and then you get the option whether you want to generate article, you want to generate resolution note, summarize a record. These are the options you get. Whatever you communicate with the end customer, every interaction can be further summarized and give you a very precise information about the interaction you had with the customer. So that's basically your I would say the Now Assist capability, which is there in CSM. And there is another thing that you can do here is basically if you have any work notes during the activity, though this is an incident view, but the same is replicated in case also. So you see, if you look into this one, this is for an issue with the hardware component being worked upon by an agent, and the agent has worked on it. So there are several steps the person has taken, starting from this. There are some remarks. I'm not going to read everything, but yes, you can see that there are some activities which were performed. Some of the knowledge articles were also referred to. You see here, the knowledge article was also referred by the technician, and the person again started working on it following that step. So it's mostly a very complex and a very lengthy process that has taken maybe a few hours to few days to resolve the issue. Now, when you have that kind of historical data or historical information, it's really hard when to summarize manually when you close a ticket. So what you do is basically hit the summarize with the Now Assist. Now Assist is a powerful generative AI tool which will pick the most relevant one from here and then would reflect a kind of show up like what are the key actions taken, was there any SLA? Now it is NA, maybe it is not configured, but if there were any SLA, it will give that SLA information as well. And then you share two work notes. You can do that, and it can be, you can also add to this. This is also a very important piece. If you think this is not covering everything, or maybe you want to add one more comment to this one, you can do that and then save to work notes. It will go ahead and save it like this. So system will give you most of the information and you have the flexibility to add more. Then you also have resolve plus K, which is nothing but pushing this work note and summarization to your knowledge base so that the next time anybody works on it, this is something they can do or they can refer to. So this is very important in terms of summarization. So initially I told you mostly about the case summarization, the chat summarization, the work note summarization, knowledge creation, and that's exactly what I'm referring to. One very important thing, and again, this kind of covers the platform capability, the product capability. Now what I want to show is Royal Cyber's capability or Royal Cyber value add. What I mean by that is you have the catalog, which I showed earlier. For any customer, you have the catalog. Now, when you are a customer, you are presented with some catalog to request an item. Okay, take an example. I'm a customer. I want to order iPhone. Okay, I clicked on, let's say, so I'm actually at the landing page or the final page of that. This can be navigated through service catalog and hardware and mobiles like that. The steps can be there, but this is the landing page where I want to order iPhone 13 Pro. Fine. I have configured as an admin or as a company OEM, I want my customers to have these options to create the order. First is you give this kind of image, the configuration information. Then you have options like, is this a replacement? Yes, no. Monthly data allowance, whatever you want, 500, whatever. Color, what is the storage you are looking at? Fine, very good at this point. But now the customer thinks that I wanted to also order a cover or maybe a screen guard, but there is no option. Okay. Now, with Royal Cybers, this is Catalog Pulse. This is the real-time feedback mechanism built over ServiceNow platform to further enhance the catalog adoption for your customers, maybe internal or external, your actual customers. But this works on any catalog item, and this gives you the real-time feedback collection or receiving mechanism for your end users. Now, as a customer, I think there should be one more option, that there should be an option to include the cover of the mobile, or maybe the screen guard, or any other, maybe a charger for that matter, anything. I want to see that because I want to give the order for everything in one go. Don't want to do that again and again. So I do a share of feedback, and then I get this option, whether it's a bug, enhancement, general feedback. If it's a bug, it can go in incident. If it's an enhancement, it can go to your project lifecycle with the agile projects. It can go there if there is some sort of enhancement required. If it's a general feedback, I consider this as a general feedback, and I put that. Uh, would be nice. I'll kind of precisely mention that there should be option to order charger and cover also. Okay, this is my expectation, and I submit. Now, through Royal Cyber's application, this is something which goes to the admin real time, and then you have that getting populated in the catalog pulse feedback system. You get that, and you eventually it can be assigned based on the type of the request or the feedback. Can be assigned to the specific person. If it is a general request, it can go to Mayur. If it's a bug, it can go to Gaurav plus anybody else. So you can have a proper team assigned for each type of feedback. And then once you have that real-time feedback mechanism, you can start working on it, and you can give more, customer experience. So this is nothing but a real-time catalog feedback mechanism, enhancing the catalog adoption for your end customer. This is what it is, the Royal Cyber's value add. Now I only have 2 minutes, and I will take 5 more minutes just to, kind of cover my part. As I said, there's a plenty of information to share, but we have limited time in our life, so that's the, I would say, tragedy. But yeah, but what I'm going to do is let me quickly go back to the PPT and give you a sense of what next. So these are some of the outcomes. Of course, we can share that with you later. There is a lot of improvement you can see in the operational efficiency if you go ahead and adopt CSM, and cost and experience enhancement for your customer. This is the Royal Cyber Value Add one that I showed you. So we have built a lot of applications on ServiceNow as a developer partner, build partner. That's the segment, and we keep on building more application for different use cases. Catalog is one. Then you have the project Agile Story Monitor to manage your project. You have something called Customer Table Tracker to manage the customization and the level of tables you have built. Can you restrict the number of tables and reduce the cost of platform? So that's a kind of relationship with the license also when you have a lot of tables. And then you have your Copilot integrations and the AI assistant enhancement. So essentially there's a lot of application that we have built which can further add value to your ServiceNow usage, investment, and moving on. How do you engage with us? So we are an E2E service provider, end-to-end service provider, which means we are a licensed reseller. We are a consulting partner. We have a very strong consulting team with very good business analysts and business, I would say, industry experts who can help you build a roadmap, find the business challenges, and put the solution in the right perspective. Then Apart from license reselling and consulting, we do a lot of professional services in terms of time and material, support, some sort of flexible services you want. Then you have the fixed price, which is more like an implementation or enhancement project, fixed time, fixed cost base, based on the SAR we decide upon, and you get a very strong PMO along with the technical team delivering the project for you. Then we have a comprehensive managed services program for the ServiceNow users. We tend to support everything that helps you in keeping your platform up and running, whether it is an upgrade, whether it is an enhancement, whether it is some sort of bug fix, whatever it is. And we have different models of engagement in managed services. It's like a 24 into 7 support, or general shift support based on the SLAs. So it's a very comprehensive managed support program we run. And then we have a jump start. You can also start small with us with some story-based engagement. That's it from my side. And feel free to reach out to us. You can reach out to us through email. And I'm sure you must be having the email for our organization. If not, then we have info@royalcyber.com. That's our official email ID. But if you have any one-to-one requests, you can of course reach out to Manahil, and our sales team would of course reach out to you for any further discussion. So thank you once again, everyone, for this time that you have spent with us looking at the CSM webinar, the product, and I look forward to delivering another webinar another time with another good topic for you. Thank
And
you,
thank you so
Manahil.
much,
Over to you.
Rahul. Yeah, thank you so much, Rahul. That was an amazing demo that you did and an amazing presentation. I think I learned a lot and had a lot to take away from this topic itself and the way you delivered it. So thank you so much for joining everyone else. And yep.